Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. This is your tarot and oracle reading for the year of 2024. Your first card out is the River. This is the archetype you're being asked to take on this year, and the meaning of this is so beautiful. I want to read it from the book for you. It says, there is a reason so many rituals of change and rebirth take place at a river. It is the forgiveness embodied in physical form. Without asking anything in return, the river washes away what is no longer necessary, smoothing over sharp edges and accepting all of our mistakes and grievances. Once we step in, we are no longer in control. The river carries us farther down the stream of transformation than we plan to go. Oh my gosh, I'm seeing so much healing this year for you guys. It's crazy. So much forgiveness. I'm also getting like a vision of you getting to know your family members a lot better, and understanding where they came from, their background, their story, and what went into some of the traumas or more challenging natures of your family, your life growing up. Just understanding that, forgiving that, etc. So it's very, very transformational. Its waters have a special gift for reflecting back to us a new and dreamlike vision. Once the tears have passed, we see ourselves as we haven't before, with a little more lightness, grace, and fluidity. Keep in mind the you that stands within the river is the real you, full of deep emotion and potential, nothing to hide, nothing to judge. May you drink in the sight of your true self. Oh my gosh, this is going to be a great year for you right off the bat. I feel that there is so much acceptance with who you are, where you came from, your background, your family, your story. There is so much healing taking place. I feel like your hard edges are being smoothed over. Your walls that stand so tall are being gently broken down. And I feel like that edge of resentment or anger or frustration or lack in your life is just gently being smoothed over all throughout 2024, and you're left with the real you that is accepting of life, hands up, peaceful, in this flow of unconditional love and abundance, and just willing to see what happens next. So I feel so much more peace coming in for you. And then this is paired with your next card, the Curse. The curse refers to the limiting stories of our ancestors and the karma from former lifetimes that preordains the events of our lives. It is the source of negative patterns, and it can show up as disease, a destructive force, or a blockage in our creative energy. The curse holds us hostage to a false story that we confuse as reality. Recognizing the original wound that is playing out in our life can heal it. Exactly. There is a healing of a generational curse or some sort of problem that has been plaguing you for a long time, since childhood. This is a karmic problem that you are fully and completely releasing in 2024, which is amazing. Now, having this card come out upright shows an invitation from Spirit. It is time to recognize the source of your limitations. Did your grandparents live with a mindset of scarcity? Did you inherit genes for heart disease? Were you a slave or a master in a past life? This karmic legacy is ready and waiting to be seen, to be untangled, and to be released. Honor the players and their stories. Forgive everyone and everything. Craft a new life course for yourself. Karma as a spirit, okay, is asking you to create your own destiny in this lifetime and, not let the limitations of past lives affect you today. It is time for you to release the karma, let go of the curses that were passed down to you, let go of the fears, the limitations, and the stories that are deeply embedded in your soul from past lives, okay? Some of you may actually benefit from, this may be a very specific thing, but if you have like any local like medicine person or shaman in your community, you may benefit from going deep within the underworld, the lower world, and seeing where there may be some karmic ties to past lives that keep you playing out stories of lack in your life, whether it's a lack of love, a lack of commitment, lack of money, etc. I feel strong ties to the past lives there. And this is something that you could do on your own as well. Go to my main channel, Lardowns, Laurdowns. I have a video, an older video, on how to shamanic journey. And or you can find some guided meditations as well on YouTube, I'm sure. of visiting past lives. If you've ever done a guided meditation before, you can lead them yourself. It's essentially the same thing as shamanic journeying. And I recommend doing that and really seeing the roots of, of this curse, of this negative story that's been repeating for you. I feel like 2024, you are just gently letting go of these limitations, and life gets so much better. Okay, so your spirit animal that represents how you're going to be moving this year is the otter spirit. So very playfully, lightheartedly, lovingly, cuddly. Okay, I feel like life gets a lot less serious for you this year. That is crazy, Leo. Okay, life gets less serious, more playful, more flirty, more fun, and snuggly, loving, all that good stuff. So I love that energy for you, very much in your water element this year with the river, with the otter. Wow, so much healing, forgiveness taking place, like no longer having so much resentment in your heart. Some of you may benefit from doing some heart chakra healing this year as well. First tarot card out for you is the Hangman in reverse. Okay, we're going to pull 12 tarot cards for you to represent this year ahead. We start the year off just sort of in this energy of waiting. Maybe some of you guys have became the victim of life in some way, or in a bit of a victim mindset. And I see this a lot, okay, in people like, oh, I can never become rich because, this capitalistic society that we live in, blah, blah, blah. I agree with you. However, that's a victim mindset, and you need to learn how to be responsible for your own riches, your own health, your own well-being, everything. Even if the society that you grew up in sucks, even if the systems you grew up in sucks, even if your family lineage has handed you a lack of privilege, whatever your circumstances are, that's fine. And you can sit here and be bitter about it and cry about it all that you want, but you're still stuck in those circumstances at the end of the day. And that's sort of what this reading is saying, to forgive the circumstances you were handed. Stop crying over it. And you guys know that I'm not one to say stop crying over anything, but in this case, stop crying over it. And work to just soften that edge and just work with what you were given. We have the Judgment card coming out. This is such a huge card of forgiveness, guys. You are forgiving people this year, okay? You are deciding, this is the year where finally all of the past anger and resentments you may have felt towards your family, I want to say in particular, it's leaving, and even romantic relationships, friendships, people who have done you dirty in life. Page of Pentacles reversed. People who have not offered you the same commitment or energy or resources that you offered them. Even in those situations, you're forgiving them and you're saying, you know what? You can only give what you can give. I may have more love than you. I may have more availability, more resources than you, and that's fine. And it's like you're no longer even feeling resentment for being more available, more open, more giving than some of the people around you. It's like, you know what? I'll meet you where you're at. And if I'm ever feeling generous, by all means, I can share that generosity with you if you're willing to acknowledge and be grateful for it. But I feel so much peace in your reading, Leo. I feel like this is a return to peace type of reading. And then we have the Ace of Swords coming out as your fourth card, second row now. There is a new mindset that you're being put in. I'm seeing Buddhism for some of you as well. There's some sort of philosophical, spiritual thing behind this mindset shift taking place here. Or you may have taken on some sort of practice that encourages this. I'm seeing going outside and literally just staring at the sky, the sunlight for 10 minutes in the morning changes everything, guys. Oh my God, your mental health will improve so much. I'm also seeing things like meditation every day, journaling every day. It feels like you're taking on some sort of practice that leads you to this mindset shift where issues that are real issues that were blown out of proportion, they go back down to the size that they actually are. And you realize that this inner peace existed within you all along. And, you're learning how to tune into that inner peace. It's like issues that were once really huge issues to you, you realize they weren't even that big to begin with. And you're accepting people for exactly where they're at and what they can offer you. You're accepting people with what they got. Everyone's trying their best with the wisdom that they have, the experiences that they have, and that's all you can ask of them. And so I see a deep level of forgiveness that brings you so much peace. There's so much heart chakra healing going on here. Go on YouTube. There's wonderful meditations for this. I love the channel Meditative Mind, and they offer solfeggio frequencies They have a lot of good heart chakra frequencies. I literally just put on some headphones and then I lay down on my bed, like before I go to bed, and I just listen to the sounds and meditate, and it just brings so much out of me and clears away so many thoughts and feelings, and it's just so wonderful. I definitely recommend doing some sort of heart chakra energy healing at this time that you're watching this, around this time, or headed into 2024. It feels like this year is all about healing the heart, and some of you may literally be preventing heart issues also, like literally preventing heart issues. So that may be like exercising, eating better, quitting smoking or something like that. I am seeing a lot of that for you as well, Leo. Anyways, 5th card out, Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so this can show you one of the people who you do have some resentment towards. This could be an older feminine figure in your life. They could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. They don't have to be. And this is someone who may have been a little bit greedy or stingy, or like literally just not even offering you commitment, not offering you, how do I even put this? It's like they may have a ton of money, ton of resources, a ton of time, and then they like give you none of it, you know? It's like, I don't know, a mother figure, and let's just say they're a millionaire, they have millions of dollars, and you're their child, and you're like in poverty, struggling to pay your bills. You're gonna, you know, get your car repoed and your house, you can't pay for the rent, whatever. And they're like, they don't offer you any help, any assistance, not even any advice on what to do in this situation. And it's like, it's not that you need to help me, it's just how can you sit here and watch me suffer? And, you know, if you look very deep, you know, you may see the wounds that keep them in that energy. That's just a random example, but you may see the wounds that keep them in that energy. And that's why you're forgiving them. You know, you're forgiving someone who is stuck in their ways, they can't change. This is someone who has trauma. They refuse to go to therapy or get help for it. They're not going to change. And you said, you know what? I'm not going to ask you to change. Keep being you. I have boundaries to protect me from that type of energy, and that's totally fine. And you're releasing all of the anger, frustration, and everything that comes along with interacting with this person. Then we have the Moon card that just popped out here, and this is a deeply psychological healing type of card. And this card has been coming out for people left and right for the 2024 readings. So this year as a whole, we'll be seeing a lot of Pisces energy things. A lot of celebrities are probably going to jail for creepy things, okay? We'll see a lot of laws and conversations around imprisonment. I'm seeing even conversations around pharmaceuticals and pharmaceutical laws, and yeah, things like that, restrictions. Yeah. And there's a lot of changes that I predict will happen in 2024 in the psychological departments. So in the field of psychology, I feel like there will be a lot changing. And I feel like many, many people are waking up to, you know, becoming more psychologically aware, self-aware, and working through any issues that may exist there. The Moon card also talks about following your intuition to the T, even when you don't know where it's taking you. Your intuition on a day-to-day basis is guiding you on the best path possible. It is led by your higher self, who can see the past, present, and future simultaneously. And you can't. You as a human cannot see the past, present, and future simultaneously. You just have to trust that your intuition can and will lead you in the best direction. Name one time in your life where you followed your intuition and it led you downhill. Never. Ever, ever, ever. Okay? Following your intuition, even when it does not make sense, is the best way to go. Now, sometimes it's hard to discern what is your intuition versus what is the noise of your mind. And that's where having a strong spiritual practice comes in handy. Something like meditating every day, or you know, journaling, or whatever, you know, something to clear your mind up, put all your thoughts down or outside of you. It really gives you the time and the space to discern, this is what my intuition is saying. This is what the divine flow of creativity is wanting me to do. And the sooner you take action on that, the more clear your life becomes. And you no longer feel stuck in the dark in this confusion. So I am seeing some spiritual downloads here, and learning how to be more connected to your own intuition will be very, very important for you this year. Everyone go stop and get yourself a nice beverage. I'm drinking green tea with lemon. at this late hour of 6 p.m. All right. We have the Hierophant coming out in reversed here. This is a card of going your own way. You know what's interesting? I am seeing some of you. You may have family members who are asking you, and this will only apply for some of you. When are you getting married? When are you having kids? Whatever. You may have even like a mother figure or something. Like say you're in a relationship and you're not married. They may even be like hounding you like, oh, they don't want to marry you, or you don't want to marry them. Like, what are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. Where's my grandkids? I'm seeing energy like that for some of you. That's very annoying. Okay, but I feel like you're taking your own path in life, an unusual path, it seems, that a lot of people may not understand. Like, you know, maybe you don't want marriage, maybe you don't want kids, maybe you want to move away from your family, maybe you want, you know, to take an unusual career path, maybe you want to start your own business. Whatever you're doing this year, it feels like it is not in alignment with what is normal, with, you know, the normal, typical way that your family or hometown does things. For example, I'll use myself as an example. I come from like a blue collared, very hardworking town. You know, everyone works like super long hours, like 40 to 80 hour weeks. And they really pride themselves on that. And a lot of people are in like the lower middle class bracket. And, you know, that just never resonated with me. I wanted to own my own business, and, you know, I was not in the environment to create my own business. So I had to deal with poverty for many years in the early stages of my business. But I went my own way. That was different from other people were doing. And a lot of my friends at the time were very harshly critical and judgmental of that. And my family was as well. And, you know, they're always judgmental until you succeed. And then suddenly they're like, oh my gosh, you're the smartest, most genius person I met, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, yeah, you didn't tell me that when I was struggling though. So I don't want to hear it now. Oh my God. Anyways, I'm seeing a similar story for you. You're doing something that is unusual. You're taking your own path in life, marching to the beat of your own drum, and you're doing it unapologetically. Like, you're not waiting for anyone's approval, which I think is great. This is also a time where Spirit's asking you to be very, very, very discerning about who is giving you advice, because there may have been someone in your life who you've been getting advice from for a while, and they may not actually be giving you the best advice for you. And again, this year seems to be teaching you the lesson of listening to your own intuition, even if it doesn't make sense, even if it is not in alignment with what all of your friends and family are telling you to do. So I do see that's going to be a huge make or break thing for this year, because if you're going to listen to the intuition or the advice of other people in your life, that may drastically change the outcome of this year. And I don't know how else to put that. The example that's coming into my head, and this is just an example, I'm not saying this is happening to you, but it may be like you have a friend who you get a lot of relationship advice from. And if you're following their advice, you know, they may tell you to separate, leave, go no contact with someone, or, you know, that person's a douchebag, whatever. And in reality, that person may not be a douchebag. You know, it may be your own fears and insecurities and traumas that are telling you that. And if you listen to the advice of that friend, you may actually miss out on like your marriage partner or a soulmate potential person here. That's just a random example, but it's like you need to listen to what your own inner intuition is saying. If it's saying to explore something, then explore it. If it's saying to look at something a bit deeper, look at it a bit deeper. If it's telling you to take certain actions, take those actions, even if it does not make sense to other people, especially the people closest to us. All right, 8th card out is the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, a lot of you are building up your personal sense of finances. Then look, this is coming out right underneath the Queen of Pentacles reversed. A lot of you, I see, are trying to do things such as build an emergency fund, build savings, pay off debts, and just have like more than enough income and money saved up after all bills are paid, everything's said and done, to actually just enjoy your hobbies and the things that you want to do, like traveling or whatever you're into, you know, whatever hobbies you have, decorating your home, having beautiful things. The 9 of Pentacles represents that good life and, you know, really having so much fun, enjoying the fruits of her labor. So I do feel like a goal of this year is to make that money and to get to that point. Okay. Let's see, 9th card out is the Page of Cups. This is news about a new emotional beginning here, all right? And I do feel like there is someone who will be very important in your life, and they are coming through strongly in 2024. Now, this could be a lover, this could be a best friend, this could even be a pet, or a baby. I am 100% though seeing someone very important who will make you extremely happy. Like your heart will be overflowing with joy that this person is in your life, okay? And they're coming in 2024. And I need you to know that, okay? Final row out, we have the 9 of Wands in reversed. Yeah, letting those hard edges down, letting those walls down. Here's the thing, guys. You start this year feeling like you have these hard edges, these walls up. Areas of your life where you may be experiencing lack or what feels like a generational curse or wound from past lives even. And these wounds are sort of making you see things in your life from a certain lens, okay? And Spirit's trying to get you to sort of undo this curse, this wounding, okay? Because the lens that you're seeing things through is a lot more negative than positive. It's like the opposite of rose-colored glasses here is what I'm seeing, which is interesting. This message doesn't come up that often in readings. It feels like you are viewing certain individuals around you or certain situations in your life with a lot more negativity and trust issues and lack of faith in the universe that this is, a good opportunity or this could be something good. And it's rooted in this curse here, whatever it may be for you. So listen to your intuition and understand which area of life this is in. This could be you saying like all rich people are evil and I'm never going to make that much money doing what I want to do, blah, 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 blah. And it's like you're viewing it so negatively, that is the outcome you're manifesting. It's sort of like self-sabotaging here, or having a lot of negative beliefs around love and not being able to trust people and being very defensive in love all the time in this constant state of fight or flight that can have you ruin a very good partnership. And the way you speak about these topics with your friends or with whoever you confide in, I feel like you're a very charming and convincing person, Leo. And, that sort of like opposite of rose-colored glasses, the way you see things, you're very convincing to the people who are giving you advice. And so, of course, they're going to say, oh, yeah, that guy's a douchebag. That girl sucks. They're going to use you. Or, yeah, this job sucks. It's not for you. There's no way you can make it work. Like, you're convincing them of your own like wounded ego perspective on things, and then you ask them for advice, and then of course they're going to reflect back that wounded ego perspective you have and just confirm it. I'm seeing a situation like that's been playing out in your life here that needs some healing, some mending. All right. We have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Yeah, this is confirmation for what I was feeling. I feel like the universe is trying to offer you a very fortunate like chain of events, new opportunities and all that. But if you're in this negative mindset, wearing these opposite of rose-colored glasses, you may miss out on that. Or the changes that take place may turn in a more negative direction. And so this year feels to be about undoing this curse, this wound, and just letting the rivers of healing and forgiveness do wonders for you and take you in beautiful new directions. Wow. Because I do see new love, loving relationships, trustworthy relationships that are very stable. That's the thing about the Page of Cups. These ups and downs here in the background in the water, it's very stable, This is stable, consistent love or success if this is a creative opportunity or idea that you're working on. And it's worth exploring. But you have fears. This is coming out right underneath the Moon card. You have fears because you can't see the future. Are they trustworthy? Will this be stable in the future? I don't know. And those fears come from, those wounds that are trying to be healed right now. Final card out for you in 2024. You have 2 cards, special. And of course, it is Ace of Wands and the Emperor in reversed. Okay, wow. New, passionate beginning. If you just loosen up and allow it into your life, Spirit is really asking you to be playful, to be flirty. There's also a lot of like romance energy that Spirit's asking you to take on, like go out and flirt, go out and play, enjoy it, you know, look on the positive side here. You have 2 wands in your reading, both upright. This is a very positive year for you. A new direction, a new mindset, and new passion that's able to come in because of this mindset shift that's taking place. And this will lead you to hearing news about new love in your life that is consistent, new creative enterprises that come in consistently, creative success that comes in consistently. Wow. This is great, but you're going to be the one who has to decide to do the healing to make these changes. So that was a beautiful reading. Thank you for joining me. Watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs to get the fullest overview of this year ahead. Like this video, comment how it resonated down below, and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. If you want a personal reading with me, one-on-one, the link to that's always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. Go ahead on that website and check out the 2024 Tarot and Mediumship reading with me if you want an hour-long year ahead reading for 2024. And I'll also focus on any questions or topics that you're concerned about and get some advice on that. And we'll get some advice from your spirit guides, angels, ancestors, past loved ones, etc. And, you know, let them come through and give you some advice. I also offer spiritual life coaching sessions and my Goddess Energy Intention Oil there. So everything you need is there. All right. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.